continue to breathe long and slow, deep and silent, in through the nose, out from the mouth, continue to use the visualization of your mind as a samurai sword, an heirloom sword that you drag across the stone of your breath. As you inhale, tip the blade, push it from you as you exhale. Continue to breathe in this manner, in through the nose, drawing the blade towards you, out from the mouth, pushing the blade from you. Focus your mind on where your mind meets the stone of the breath. And as you continue to breathe in this manner, deep and slow, quiet and even, begin to focus your mind on the fleeting moments where out-breath changes to in-breath and in-breath changes to out-breath. As you continue to do so, you're inviting your forebrain to speak to your midbrain, and it's releasing more dopamine now, the pursuit molecule, the mind-sharpening molecule. As you continue to breathe in this manner, a few more breaths. When you feel ready, invite your eyes to gently, slowly flutter open, just as a butterfly might leave a flower. Welcome back. Let's begin with our warm-ups from head to toe, beginning with our yoga neck roll. We take a deep breath in, the head floats like a balloon on a string. Then you purse the lips as you slowly exhale out of the balloon softens. When you go to inhale again, inhale and sweep one ear past one shoulder. Exhale through pursed lips across the chest. Inhale opposite ear past opposite shoulder. As you exhale through pursed lips across the chest, inhale ear past shoulder. Exhale from side to side, rocking the head in concert with the breath, the rise and fall of the diaphragm, the inner ear, all moving in concert. Interoception and proprioception, we call that in the neuroscience literature. Beautifully done. On your next exhale, you can pause the chin at the chest, inhale the chin upright, and work into the shoulder girdles. Begin to loop them forward and upward with every inhale. Bring them around back, squeeze them downward and backward, and continue to loop in this manner. Looping forward and upward with every inhale, squeezing downward and backward with every exhale. Beautifully done. Wake up the area between the Dajue point. Beautifully done. The next time the hands drop, cross wrists with gentle fists and begin rowing your boat across the moonlit night on your placid Lake Junaluska. Inhale and rise. Squeeze downward. Well done. And if you feel like taking a dip, you can open your palms the next time you cross wrists and get the arms involved and take a nice, big, leisurely stroke on your back. Backstroking through the lake. Inhale and rise. Exhale and fall. And if your knees join your hands and your breath, let them. Let this be a whole body move. And then just as you did before, we'll return back to shore so you can cross wrists and do the rowing of your boat again. Well done. Inhale and rise, exhale and fall. And then the next time they drop, finish up where you started, those shoulder blades looping forward and upward, squeezing downward and backward. We've got the upper dantian warmed up. We've got the lower dantian warmed up. Now we'll work our way through the trunk. The next time your hands drop, turn your eyes to one hand and begin to scoop and toss behind you. And if you can, scoop with palm up and toss with palm down. As you scoop with palm up and toss with palm down, you might calibrate your breath so that you inhale as you scoop up and exhale behind you, from side to side, silk reeling, a form of silk reeling known as windmills. When you feel ready, make those gentle fists and row each arm just like you were rowing the boat earlier, one arm after the other, looping. And then finally, return to each shoulder blade. Make a big loop backwards and let it carry you from side to side, turning your trunk, shifting your weight. And you can go right into the ragdoll. Simply let the arms flail from side to side. Use the momentum of your trunk turn. Beautifully done. Then you can go from ragdoll into pellet drum. Using the momentum of that trunk turn, begin to slap or tap the top of the opposite shoulder and let that backhand slap or tap anywhere it winds up on your hip. And as you start at the top of the shoulder, work, excuse me, to the top of the chest and slap or tap around the collarbone, somewhere safe. After you've slapped or tapped the top of the collarbone, work to the bottom of the rib cage, those beautiful floating ribs that actually move independent of the rib cage and help us squeeze more air out. And after you've done the bottom of the rib cage, let the hands simply drop to the hips, slapping or tapping. Got the upper half of the body warmed up. Let's work down into the lower dantian. Let your hands drift to your hips. Begin big hula hoops. Loop the hips, big as you can make them. As if you're holding the bell of a wine glass and swirling around the last little bit of wine in the glass. Whichever direction you chose, you can simply pause and begin to loop in the opposite direction. Beautifully done. Stirring the bowl. Now, after a few more of these, you can settle into the middle and widen your base of support. Doesn't have to be much, an inch or so, just to where you can drop into a kind of a bouncing cowboy ride. This is the Mabu. This is the horse riding stance, and this is the Great Bear swings. We take a deep breath in, purse our lips. As we exhale, we turn our shoulders and sweep across. As we inhale, we turn to rise, and then we exhale, turn the sweep across. You can let your hands rest anywhere on your thigh. You inhale and rise, exhale all the way across. The Great Bear swings from side to side, a Shaolin warm-up. Beautifully done. On your next exhale, pause in the middle. Inhale your trunk upright. Before you leave horse stance, begin to shift weight on a figure 8. So rock your little boat on your moonlit night, on your placid Lake Junaluska. And as you change directions, round the corner, smoothly moving your 3 smooth river rocks on life's river's edge. Beautifully done. Then finally, invite yourself to settle into the middle, shift weight to 1 foot, raise the opposite toe, smoothly move across, raise that toe, and rock from side to side. Raise that toe. Beautifully done. Don't have a name for this one, it's just a classic warm-up. So after a few more of these, you can settle into the middle, bring your base of support back into your center stance, about shoulder width, shift weight to 1 foot, raise the opposite heel, and loop the knee, drain all of that energy down through the feet. And then whatever direction you chose, loop in the opposite direction. Well done. Then take weight through that foot. Do the same routine. Loop the knee, drain the energy into the earth, and loop in the opposite direction. Either direction is fine. Then settle back into your base of support. You know we have wrists, hands, and forearms left. If you make that gentle fist, raise all the fingers. Where the middle finger meets your palm is your Laogong point on each hand. Roll your wrists and inhale up. Roll your wrists and exhale down. Let your knees soften. Let your knees float as you roll your wrists to inhale. Let your knees melt as you roll your wrists to exhale. Continue to breathe in this manner. And as you do, rising and falling, use the classic visualization known as cleansing the inner body. If you can do so with eyes closed, use the power of your own upper dantian and imagine a glowing mist rises with every inhale From the soles of the feet to the top of the head, starting in the earth, rising. With every exhale, as you roll wrists to melt down, visualize that in your upper dantian, in your mind's eye center, that glowing mist formed a glowing cloud, that glowing cloud formed a glowing rain, and that glowing rain washes down the trillions of cells through the soles of the feet and back into the earth. So it's a visualization, a classic from the Tai Chi literature, cleansing the inner body. With every inhale, a glowing mist rises. With every exhale, a glowing rain falls. And it washes the inner body and it prepares for all that follows. So the next time your hands rise, invite them to pause in that hugging stance at heart height, the meditative pose we know lovingly as stand like tree, where we take inventory of our alignment. And if you can do so with eyes closed, invite them to close as our long neck and light head float upward and our heavy shoulders and heavy tail melt downward. And with every breath, the spine gently stretches in both directions. This is the string of pearls. As you breathe in this manner, your hands hover as if you're tenderly hugging a long-lost loved one. Your feet are parallel in a firm-rooted stance like a mighty oak on a mountaintop. Your three energy centers rest peacefully on one another as if you carefully gathered, balanced, and stacked three smooth river rocks on life's river's edge. And with soft knees and soft belly, soft breath and soft gaze, or best of all, eyes closed, you feel the echoes of the chi you stirred. You see the dance in your mind's eye, you choose your favorites. All those neck rolls through stirring and swirling, feel it and see it in the mind's eye. And as you do, invite your eyes to continue to close as your hands take the slow journey downward. The thumbs crossing over the belly button, the folded fingers resting below, warming on the cauldron of the body. Through closed eyes and pursed lips, as if blowing through a straw. Breathe and blow on the embers of the cauldron of the body. Delight in the growing, glowing light as the embers respond. With each deep ensuing inhale, inhale the light upward and begin to blow on the embers of the cauldron of the heart, the middle dantian, the seat of compassion and emotion. Blow on both embers, filling your inner galaxy with light, spilling beyond your inner galaxy, bathing the space between us with light, warm, silken chi energy. And if you're so inclined, use your silent mind's voice to speak. May my body be strong. May my heart be calm. If your eyes are closed, enjoy it a moment longer as your hands melt to your side, only inviting your eyes to gently, slowly flutter open as a butterfly might leave a flower. Welcome back. We're ready to begin. We step into the center of our little bow. We slowly and deliberately inhale the Lao Gong points about an inch or so apart. And slowly and deliberately exhale down our center line, centering the chi, where we begin and end. The hand on this side of the room makes a gentle fist. The hand on this side covers it. We take a deep breath in and straighten. We slowly exhale and bow in a gesture of mutual respect for one another. As we inhale ourselves back upright, when we exhale down, this time we center the chi again, this time in Shaolin manner. We inhale the Lao Gong points together. We exhale to the heart center, where we pause. When we inhale again, elbows rise and wrists straighten, and when we exhale, hands melt down. We are ready. We step back into that little boat. Unlock both knees. This time when we inhale, the Lao Gong points an inch or so apart. When we exhale, we invite knees and hands to move in concert with our breath. Inhale and rise. Exhale and fall. This is syncing the Qi, our seminal movement, to where we return again and again in Strong Qigong to take inventory of our alignment. Our goal is to keep those three smooth river rocks resting peacefully on one another. You can decide how high you reach. You can decide how low you go. You make this movement fit you. You don't have to fit it. Beautifully done. We're going to start today's session with one of our favorite single leg stances known as the rooster stands on one leg. So the next time your hands rise, when you feel comfortable doing so, you can invite them to pause at shoulder height, like so. The hand and foot on this side sweep to our center line, and we inhale them up while the other hand stays down. Then we exhale down and switch to the other side. Inhale and rise, and then exhale and switch. As you move from side to side, the goal is the smooth transition. My teacher, David Dorian Ross, taught me that in Tai Chi, the goal is to make the movements between the ones we name as smooth as possible. That's your goal. Inhale and rise. Exhale and fall. Beautifully done. Rooster stands on one leg. On this next one, or wherever you feel comfortable doing so, simply pause and return the hands to shoulder height. Beautifully done. Now, with Lao Gong points facing downwards towards the earth, we take a deep breath in, and the hand on this side drops down and it winds up in front of our shoulder like so. The hand on this side behind the back. We take another deep breath in. As we exhale, we purse our lips and turn our eyes, our chin, our chest as far back as we can. Once you're out of breath, inhale and let your hands float all the way to the other side. And exhale. Beautifully done. Switching hand position so that following hand winds up in front of the opposite shoulder. Beautifully done. Inhale to center. Exhale to side. You can tuck that other arm, the lead arm, behind the back. Inhaling to center. Exhale to side. This is the dragon in its classic form. And if you can do so comfortably, it even involves eye movement. So look out of the corner of the eye behind you and see how far back you can see. This is the dragon. Beautifully done. So we've got this rhythm going from side to side. We're going to move from the dragon into Master Wong calms waters. All you have to do is aim your Lao Gong points down, keep the arms at shoulder height, and drift all the way behind you. And as you drift across in the opposite direction, when you get behind, take a deep breath in, and then control your exhale through pursed lips all the way to behind you on the other side. Inhale deeply. When you're turned all the way in changing direction, and control your exhale all the way across. If you do so comfortably, fix your gaze on the lead hand. Beautifully done. Master Wong calms waters, one of the many forms of this Master Wong moves. Beautifully done. Floating all the way across. Now on this next one, we're going to pause over one side, like so. You'll notice our weight is on one foot. Our hands and Lao Gong points are in position. All we have to do is the following hand is palm up. The lead hand is palm down. And if you're comfortable doing so, this unweighted foot steps into toe stance or T stance for brush, knee, and push, our first combination movement. We take a deep breath in. As we exhale, our lead hand drops, our following hand floats, and we step out into bow stance, all the way to the opposite foot. Once we're here, we inhale to the starting position on this side. So inhale into toe stance, lead hand is palm down, following hand palm up. And as you exhale, bow stance, lead hand drops, following hand pushes across. Let's do it again. Inhale to starting position, toe stance. Exhale, bow stance, and push across. Continue from side to side. This is brush knee and push, a classic in the Tai Chi tradition. Inhale and exhale across, pushing. Brush knee and push. Inhale and exhale. Well done from side to side. Notice your shift in weight. Notice your turn in trunk. Inhale, exhale across. Beautifully done. On this next one, you can pause over this foot. This hand that pushed across can come right out in front of you, like you're stopping traffic. You can square up your stance if you're so inclined. The following hand cradles the lead hand. They never touch, but they're cradled like so. As you inhale, your eyes follow the cradling hand behind you. Inhale it back. As you exhale and push forward, roll the wrist and then switch to the other side. Inhale back. Exhale, push forward, roll wrist, so you're inhaling back. And your eyes follow each hand from side to side. This is repulsing monkey. Now, repulsing monkey has footwork, and if you'd care to explore the footwork, we'll do it together. I'll explain it first. As each hand pushes forward, the foot on that side taps its toe out in front of you. So you wind up with this momentary stance. That's called empty step. I'll do it for you. As you push forward, that toe taps, whoa, like so. And this opposite hand is palm up right at the opposite hip. Then we engage that hand. We draw it back. And as we push forward, we tap toe with that side. So as we shift weight and turn trunk, as the hand comes forward, the same toe comes forward. You tap toe delicately. This is empty stance. Now, if you want to put it all together, as you're moving like so, you simply inhale that hand back as your eyes follow it, and you exhale forward, tapping the toe. This is the full body repulse monkey. Beautifully done. It's a combination movement, which are always a little more challenging in Tai Chi and Qigong. And when you're ready, when you feel like you've had enough of this, you can return to your center stance. Sink your chi. Exhale down. Inhale and rise. Exhale and fall. The next time your hands rise, invite them to pause at heart height. And if eyes closed are comfortable for you, stand like tree. With long neck and light head floating upward. Our heavy shoulders and heavy tail melt downward, and between them, our spine gently stretches in every breath, and string of pearls breathing. Our hands hover as if we're tenderly hugging that long-lost loved one. Our feet are parallel in that firm-rooted stance like a mighty oak on a mountaintop. And those three energy centers remain peacefully resting on one another, as if we Carefully selected, gathered, balanced, and stacked. 3 of the smoothest river rocks we could find on life's river's edge, warming in the sun. With soft knees and soft belly, soft breath and soft gaze, or best of all, eyes closed, we feel the echoes of the qi we stirred, and we see the dance in our mind's eye, our upper dantian. We see the dance of the rooster stands on one leg, the dragon in its classic form, Master Wong in its classic form, brush, knee, and push, and repulsing the monkey, finishing with the Tai Chi. And if eyes are closed, we enjoy it as our hands begin the final journey downward, slowly, till thumbs find their destination crossed over the belly button, folded fingers warm once again on the cauldron of the body, and through closed eyes and pursed lips, as if blowing through a straw, we resume blowing on the embers of the cauldron of the heart and the cauldron of the body. And as we do, we delight in the glowing light as the embers respond. With each deep ensuing inhale, draw the light upward and outward. Now in gratitude, we blow on the embers of the cauldron of the mind, the home of wisdom, the home of discernment, the home of our own beautiful inner show, our own visualization, imagination, concentration, and meditation. Through closed eyes and pursed lips, we blow on all 3 cauldrons, filling the inner galaxy with the brightest light yet. Spilling beyond the inner galaxy, bathing the space between us again. Spilling beyond the space between us and bathing the world around us. Spilling beyond the world around us and bathing life itself with light, warm, silken qi energy. And if you're so inclined, you might speak silently in your mind's voice and affirm to yourself, may my body stay strong. May my heart stay calm. May my mind stay sharp. And may my spirit stay free. Yi Dao, Qi Dao means where mind goes, Qi follows. Where intention goes, energy flows. So please choose wisely, choose deliberately, choose peacefully. And if eyes are closed, enjoy it a moment longer as your hands melt to your side, only inviting your eyes to gently, slowly flutter open, just as a butterfly might leave a flower. Welcome back. We step into the center of our little boat. Slowly and deliberately inhale those Lao Gong points an inch or so apart. Just as slowly and deliberately exhale down, centering the qi as promised at the beginning. So the hand on this side makes the fist. The hand on this side covers it. Together, we take a deep breath in to straighten. We slowly exhale and bow, and you give yourselves a much earned, much deserved round of applause for being the light you made in the world today.